भारत के उपराष्ट्रपति जगदीप धनखड ने आज दिल्ली के डॉक्टर अंबेडकर इंटरनेशनल सेंटर में राष्ट्रीय मानवाधिकार आयोग के 30वें फाउंडेशन डे का उद्घाटन किया। इस अवसर पर उनके साथ एनएचआरस के सदस्य, सुप्रीम कोर्ट के जज, राष्ट्रीय आयोग के कई वर्तमान एवं पूर्व सदस्य, हाउस ऑफ लॉर्ड्स के जज सदस्य, लॉर्ड और उपराष्ट्रपति, केंद्र और राज्य सरकार एवं आयोग के कई अधिकारी, यूनाइटेड नेशंस ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के कई प्रतिनिधि और डिप्लोमेट, मीडिया, सिविल सोसाइटीज ऑर्गेनाइजेशंस के सभी लोग मौजूद थे। शुरुआत में जज अरुण मिश्रा ने एनएचआरस के कार्यों पर प्रकाश डाला। उसके बाद उपराष्ट्रपति जगदीप धनखड ने अपने भाषण में एनएचआरस के विषय में खुलकर अपने वक्तव्य रखे। आइए सुनते हैं क्या कहा जज अरुण मिश्रा ने और उपराष्ट्रपति जगदीप धनखड ने।
All are born equal. The National Human Rights Commission has to support the weak against the mighty, poor, especially abled, other vulnerable sections of the society. The Commission addresses inaction and arbitrary action of power by executive, ensuring the benefit of social welfare schemes trickle down to the needy and poor as to the poor. It is a voice of voiceless. Protection and promotion of human rights in the country is a shared responsibility of National Human Rights Commission and State Human Rights Commissions. Besides exclusive jurisdiction in respect of subjects in the Union list, National Commission has concurrent jurisdiction with the subject of the state commissions. Constitution is our dharma. In ongoing Mahayagya of expansion of human rights, we respectfully remember the contribution of the past for ever better future. Human rights find expression in Indian tradition and philosophy. Rights and duties go together in our culture, which has assimilated all dharmas like Buddhism, Jainism, Judaism, Sikhism, Christianity and Islam. Bhakti and Sufi traditions brought a reform movement in India. Violence is unproductive. Gautam Buddha and Mahavir Swami gave the world a message of non-violence, that is ahimsa. Buddhists preached democratic, deliberative practices. Lord Rama refrained Lakshmana from using where rivals used to visit wounded in the enemy camp during the evening to take care of them and to discuss means to end the war. What more best example can be found of human rights protection? The right to food was a recognized practice, and the service of langars in gurudwaras still manifests the same.
Taking a cue from what has been given in the very enlightened, informative address, I would urge the media, they must make it a mission with a passion to ensure advisories of the Commission are put in public domain in high decibels. That will take a long way in serving cause of human rights. Distinguished members of the Commission, functionaries of the Commission, Chairperson of State Human Rights Commission, I must make particular reference to the presence of our distinguished former Chief Justice of India, Justice K.G. Balakrishnan and Justice Indira Banerjee. Also Lord Lumba, diplomats present here, and everyone in the audience. After listening to Justice Mishra, I would have to reshape most of my address. Justice Mishra has indicated in a very lucid manner the kind of emotive response the Commission is rendering to make life easy of those who are in need of it. I am delighted to be associated with the celebration of 30th Foundation Day of this Commission. Congratulations to everyone in the NHRC for being guardians of human rights of underprivileged and vulnerable sections of society. Also, grateful to the Commission for thought-provoking advisories that catalyze action, affirmative action by the agencies that are required to their duties. Appreciate NHRC for propagating philosophy that human rights nurture and blossom in a regime where there is rule of law and not law of the ruler. It is a befitting recognition of NHRC dedicated efforts and high standards that NHRC India has retained its A status of accreditation with Global Alliance of National Human Rights Institutions for the fourth consecutive year. I have no doubt this track record would ever be on incremental trajectory. This indicates our nation's excellent recent record as regards human rights. Justice Mishra reflected, focusing on our age-old civilization ethos, that we in this country take the world to their village. Our concern is not limited to ourselves. Our concern is for the entire world. We are yet to have another nation that can match our unrivaled record. We never believed as a nation in expansion. Any expansion, particularly of geographical boundaries, involves violation of human rights of an extreme degree. This nation has never done so, and we order to Justice Mishra for making reference to our civilizational ethos. Human rights as a concept cannot be reckoned only in the narrow sense of preservation of personal liberty and dignity. They have to be understood in broad context. I will not go further on this because in a very comprehensive, encyclopedic manner, Justice Mishra has indicated, and the various advisories issued indicate the various facets in which human rights are vulnerable and need nurturing and protection. I would recall at this time what Nelson Mandela said. I quote him: "To deny people their human rights is to challenge their very humanity." I unquote. And I can assure this audience, those who suffer in silence, their power is enormous on a day of reckoning. And there could be no more imminently justified outcome than emanating from one who all his life followed it, following the footsteps of our father of the nation. Freedom has been defined in varied ways, but the most apt definition of freedom is supremacy of human rights everywhere. Let us go to our constitutional essence. Let us go to the theme of all religions, and we will conclude indisputably. Human dignity is the ultimate strength. If it is compromised or violated, we cannot have a society that justifies human existence. We can have a more just, safe, and peaceful world only with universal respect for human rights. I can tell you after my own input that series of governance systemic reforms and affirmative initiatives, particularly in the field of health and economic sectors in recent years, have spinally nurtured human rights. Inclusive growth, and which is quintessence of preservation of human rights. Inequality and iniquitous distribution of wealth are ailments that cut into the finest aspects of human rights. Inclusive growth, by its very nature, is antidotal to violation of human rights. Human rights protection assures a dignified life. In our country, it has been reflected in ample measure. When 400 million people came to be brought into the banking network, their human rights flourished. I can say so for the reason that when I became a lawyer and needed a library, 6,000 rupee loan given to me by a bank changed my professional trajectory. I was ever beholden to the man who gave me 6,000 rupee loan in 78, 79 without a surety. And what is the scenario today? Have an idea. And you will find money in this country is not a constraint. And that is why this country can legitimately take pride that thanks to buttressing human rights culture, we have unicorns of more than 1 billion fiscal dimension and startups that have started and stunned the world. When I was a member, I must express here a very deep sense of gratitude on behalf of the people at large that the report rendered by the NHRC carried highest degree of credibility. The report rendered in shortest possible time as a consequence of a judicial fiat. The work done was beyond my contemplation. I read every word of it, and the first sentence would ever resonate in my ears. Law of the ruler, not rule of law, is the bane of human rights in the state. I am sure this should not be limited to one state. The preposition that emanated from NHRC, the general preposition applicable to any part of the globe, if there is law of the ruler, that is law of an individual, maybe in a family, maybe in an establishment, maybe in a factory, and not rule of law. That's a very, very painful scenario. Flourishing of human rights generates positive ecosystem that facilitates optimal utilization of human resource. Can there be exploitation of human genius if the person is made to suffer indignity? If the person is made to suffer violation of human rights? Civilization takes a new leap into future only when we have an ecosystem that provides fullest opportunity for everyone to exploit his or her potential and talent. I also appreciate the Commission for being a visionary. Some of the advisories the Commission has imparted, I had the occasion to focus on them, but I did not contribute in the manner in which I should have contributed. As a matter of fact, Justice Mishra, like a good judge, has given a senior advocate some homework to be done so that I can use my platform as chairman of Rajya Sabha, the upper house, to give message to them also that we need to take note of the silent work which a spinal organization like NHRC is doing. The under coverage of their advisories makes media and others responsible for not containing violation of human rights. I have highest regard for media, and I am sure rather than engage in high decibel sensationalization of other news, they must take it in the top gear and as lead news. Protection of human rights is not the responsibility alone either of the government or of the NHRC, of institutions. It is a shared responsibility of everyone who lives on the planet. I urge every citizen to work for protection and promotion of human rights, and this is easiest done because there would hardly be a day when we will not come across, though in a subtle manner, some transgression of human rights. I congratulate Justice Mishra, all the very distinguished, enormously talented members of the Commission, and very hard-working personnel for their devotional work. I would ever remember the time I spent here, because I will go from this place inspired, motivated, energized, and invigorated to be a foot soldier to serve human rights of the planet. Thank you.